Hello everyone, this is Group 1 and today we are presenting the case study for Dancing with the Stars. I am Chandani Raval. We have Rutvik, Lilan, Ferdous and Muzammil. Next. So, talking about this case, Danitsa always had this goal to keep her followers updated with genuine and honest content. And she did this show, Dancing with the Stars. And through that show, she achieved a lot of fame and fans, which became really beneficial for her career as a social media influencer. Uh, the videos for the workshops, for the paid workshops conducted, can be posted to YouTube or Instagram and TikTok, which can be really beneficial for her because it could be viral to a broad audience. And the main purpose here is to boost the visibility of Denetsa's brand, sales, and profitability. And the concern is that the promotion of her brand is actually constrained only to a single approach, that is, the audience she has found through Dancing with the Stars, because there are a large number of online rivals. Which includes other TV shows and brands, which could be a problem. But Danitsa here also has an opportunity to support social media platforms such as Instagram and Twitter by getting on with their activities and events which they are holding. Because she has a huge number of followers on Facebook and Instagram since the summer of 2019. And after her life as a social media influencer has changed because her personal ethics and beliefs and principles, they are actually considered and looked up by the people. Like people, she has become this lead for many of her fans, and brands also look forward to approach her because and they really want to know what are her interests and they really want to go with her demand. Next slide. Talking about the problem here, so as we talked that the main goal was for her to remain really honest with her audience and be authentic with whatever she provides them in the content. And her career actually started as a social media influencer only after the show because she achieved a lot of fame during that show, and many opportunities also came up after she did the show. And this meant that brands actually were looking forward to gain profits by appealing to her fans and making the face of their brand, which could attract more and more audience all over the world. And but here the only problem is that Danitsa doesn't know how she will deal with the fame altogether because the show is not going to last forever. And that's why we have some analysis and strategies which could help her for the future. Next slide.
So I will talk about the SWOT analysis. For the strength part, Dancing with the Stars has raised the popularity, and the video of Dancing with the Stars has been widely calculated on video websites. And Denisa has business study experience and working experience because she worked in a bank before. And she has the core of the brand. It's an approachable attitude. And for the weakness part, um, Danessa has a sole proprietorship brand, and it is a new brand and lack of the brand experience. And she not putting enough advertising online and in traditional media. And for opportunities, Danessa has a huge Instagram following, and she increased exposure by participating in more similar dance shows. And she had advertised like the Dancing with the Stars program. And for the trades part, dance shows of the same type may become competitors, and due to the COVID-19, many shows cannot be recorded live and their exposure is reduced. Next, please. And for the situation analysis, goals and problems, We have the goals is increase brand awareness, revenue, and the brand profitable profitability for Danessa. And for the problem parts, Danessa's marketing is limited by a single approach to Dancing with the Stars, and Danessa has many online competitors, such as similar shows and brands. Yeah, yes, please.
So Janista, through social media platform like Instagram and Twitter, Janista got a huge exposure for which she can promote. She got the chance to promote her work and her events that she's going to or she's attending. And Denistas have reflected her values, which her personal life values, like her in some posts she always credits her dancing partner and also her mom, that how they have contributed in her personal life and career, for which there was a huge fan following base in social media, and for which most companies wanted to endorse her for in the brand model. And as of summer 2019, she had a Facebook follower of 74,700. In Twitter, she had 500,000, 1,200, 500,000, 12,300, and 777,000 on Instagram as of summer 2019. Next slide, please.
So looking at the strategic alternatives, the first one we have is endorsement posts. So as Denista is somewhat familiar with already, there are many brands that are willing to work with her. So it could be up to her to pick brands through a vetting process that would match her brand, her personality, and stay true to her loyal fan base. Collaboration and post prices would vary on negotiations. However, a general rule of thumb is $1,000 per 100,000 followers. So based on the latest statistics, Denisa currently has 753K followers on Instagram. So that would be approximately $7,530 per post. Alternatively, if she doesn't want to deal with this herself, there are programs and platforms that handle influencer pricing specifically, such as Tap Influence or Revfluence. And some advantages of this alternative is that it grows her network and it gives her a chance to get some more income. And the major advantage is that it's pandemic and COVID proof. It can easily be done by herself or with a small team, and it's very cost effective. The disadvantages are that her fame may fade post Dancing with the Stars, as she is currently experiencing. She also must maintain or improve her follower count to keep charging higher prices. And finally, it may become too time consuming to filter and negotiate with brands regarding pricing and brand image of both her brand and whichever brand she's working with. The second strategic alternative is virtual dance workshops. So similar to what Denista has been doing pre-COVID-19, it would be workshops with her fans. She could charge one flat minimal rate to cover fees if necessary. And these sessions could be posted to her social media accounts to measure interactions, engagement, and other important social media metrics. Some similar advantages from the first alternative is that it's good possible income, or she could do it for free for goodwill. And it's like I mentioned before, it's pandemic and COVID proof. It is cost effective as well, and it continues her personal passion of dancing, as well as she may be able to help others who have similar passions of dancing or want to learn more about dancing in general. And some disadvantages are that it is a limited fan interaction, seeing that it's online. There can only be a certain amount of people that log on and view the session live. And also, as we mentioned before, her fame fading post Dance with the Stars would mean that there may be less interactions and less opportunities for these events. Our final recommendation is actually a combination of the first two alternatives. This is because it achieves Dinista's goals of commercializing her influence while remaining true and loyal to herself, to her brand, and to her followers, which is what made her famous in the first place. And secondly, this plan can be implemented while doing her Dancing with the Stars work, starting as soon as possible. And also, both alternatives can be done simultaneously or separately throughout the year, meaning that in the first half of the year, she could be doing a virtual workshop. And in the second half of the year, she could just be focusing on her brand posts, or she could be doing them both at the same time throughout the entire year. This concludes our presentation, and thank you for listening.